Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the European Session Brief. We're on Friday the 14th of April, around 15 minutes away from the European Open, and let's get into it. Let's have a look at some of the headlines, where markets are at today. Ready to talk, the UK government is ready to engage with junior doctors if they lower their opening pay demands. That's a headline from Bloomberg this morning. The Biden administration is going to have a hard time explaining how the biggest US intelligence leak in a decade may have committed by a 21-year-old airman whose role, cyber transport systems journeyman, required a high school degree, a driver's license, and up to 18 months of on-the-job training. Bernard Arnault, the world's richest person, is solidifying his lead over second-ranked Elon Musk, the Frenchman, so his fortune soared by $12 billion yesterday to almost $210 billion, a record high, and his second biggest single day rise ever, according to Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Pretty interesting index there. Musk is worth $180 billion after gaining $3.8 billion. The surge in 74-year-old Arnold's net worth came after investors cheered quarterly sales published by the producer of Louis Vuitton handbags, Moet & Chandon champagne, and Christian Dior gowns. Credit Suisse has hired BlackRock to help sell a portfolio of structured bonds for the Swiss bank, becoming the latest entity to tap the money manager in a time of crisis. Their financial markets advisory group has been selling off securities over the last 2 weeks, including pieces of collateralized loan obligations, commercial mortgage bonds, and niche asset-backed debt. BlackRock was also hired by US regulators earlier this month to help sell securities amassed from failed lenders. There's not too much there from a headline perspective or news perspective that we can really dig our teeth into, to be honest, so we won't go any further. We'll have a look at European markets though, and we'll open up our economic calendar. We've got some data coming out, including CPI inflation for countries including France and Spain. We've got earnings season kicking off in the US, so a bit later on admittedly, but we've got JP Morgan, Wells Fargo and Citigroup reporting earnings today. The DAX is pretty muted ahead of the open, as is the FTSE. The FTSE's had a really strong week so far, it must be said. Good. It's followed on from Friday. So this was Friday, really strong daily bar closing above the current weekly high. And then we've had a really strong follow through this week as well, albeit interesting looking reversal pin bar on Wednesday, but then Thursday basically regained those intraday losses, and now we're looking to hold back above that key support level, what was resistance at 78.45. So that looks the key one for me. Bulls will be looking to get a close above here on the week, and then you might see a bit of sideways movement like we saw last time around here between that area there and 79.75. The DAX is looking to hold and close above, I should say, its own yearly highs. As you can see, after the banking crisis sell-off, we were in a range for a short while, and that was with the highs at around 15,700, 15,730, and then down at around 15,270. We got back within that after fading the banking crisis sell-off, and now we're currently trading above the highs of that of the year, and looking to secure a strong weekly close above there. Like I said, muted so far. Not expecting the CPI inflation to really have much say from those countries to get today, to be honest, France and Spain. But nevertheless, that's where we're at technically. The euro continues its climb higher. As you can see, 1.1030. We had the PPI data come out yesterday, which again just showed some cooling inflation, so it just plays into the narrative of those who reckon inflation is cooling and reckon the Fed are going to tone down their hiking with a recession potentially imminent in the US. So that's causing some softening in the US dollar. Of course, the ECB is still insistent on further hikes to come, so you're getting a bit of central bank divergence between the two. The cable also looking to break higher. You can see just yesterday trying to get above last week's high, didn't secure a close above there though, so now the test is getting above there with a strong daily and weekly close above 125.25, and then we can look to then push on next week into that sort of 126.45 region. But this is where we reversed off last week, so just be aware of this particular level. It's been a pretty strong Easter in the UK, post-Easter I should say. Cable on the move higher, FTSE on the move higher. Let's see how we can close the week off today. Not too much else for me to add this morning. I will see you all inside the chat room. Until next time, all the best of your trading. Take care and bye for now.